Halacha is not an easy word to define. It literally means to walk or journey, but typically it is translated as Jewish law. And the way we translate this often misunderstood, underappreciated word can tell you a great deal about how it should be understood. Some look at halacha as purely a system of law. It is a rule book of sorts explaining how to act Jewish. Stand up, sit down, talk quietly, shout this part. Surely if you open up most modern books of halacha, it is exactly that. It is a rule book, a guide of all the ordinary day-to-day dilemmas of Jewish life. How to build a sukkah, how to make cholent, what time is the fast over? But the analogy of halacha as law does not capture the entire picture. The Talmud says, "From the day the temple in Jerusalem was destroyed, God only resides in the 4 cubits of halacha." In this reading, halacha functions more as a preservation of ideas. Imagine you had an incredible experience, a revelation, falling in love, finding clarity, or even something sad, losing a loved one, suffering. How do we preserve such moments? How do we encapsulate feelings so they can be remembered, nurtured, and integrated into our lives? In this way, halacha can be seen as a preservative. It preserves religious feelings in our ordinary lives. Even absent a central temple, we can participate in divine service through each aspect of our lives. And it is halacha as a preservative of religious feeling that Rabbi Yosef Dov Soloveitchik emphasizes. He writes, "The halacha is no longer satisfied with the inner image, and it demands externalization and actual representations. The purely experiential search ends in action." The halacha is distrustful of the genuineness and depth of our inner life because of its vagueness, transience, and volatility. Therefore, it has introduced, in the realm of the experiential norm, concrete media through which a religious feeling manifests itself in the form of a concrete act. It's not enough to have an experience, a memory, a feeling. Those can fade. Those can dissipate. We need a system that allows our personal and collective religious experiences to endure. This is halacha. Through the generations, halacha also changes, adapts, and responds to crises and developments within the world. Whether it is the Crusades, the printing press, or the invention of the microwave, halacha responds to the national history of the Jewish people as it unfolds, connecting each generation. And in this way, halacha is more than a legal system. It is a language. And here it may be instructive to think of the drama, yes, drama, between different forms of dictionaries. There are generally 2 schools of thought within dictionaries, prescriptivist and descriptivist. Prescriptivist dictionaries dictate correct usage. They don't care what everyone else is saying, how they're using a specific word, or how they're pronouncing it. They will tell you how it should be done. On the other hand, descriptivists, as one dictionary explains, think it's impermissible to say that one form of language is any better than another. As long as a native speaker says it, it's okay, and anyone who takes a contrary stand is a dunderhead. This battle has played out particularly within modern Jewish history, across different denominations, across different communities, and among different halachic approaches. Some emphasize halakha as purely prescriptivist, almost as a science. There is a wrong and a right answer to any given question. Others, sometimes to a fault, emphasize descriptivism, so long as this is how some Jews do it. No matter the consequences, no matter its reflection within the tradition, it is now a part of the system. The answer lies somewhere in between. But whatever school you find yourself in, it is instructive to think of halacha as a language. Languages convey meaning. Underneath each letter, each word, each sentence, paragraph, and chapter lies an idea. Some get overwhelmed by the page, but if you use language properly, it connects you to the great ideas of history. And so it is with halacha, connecting each generation to the timeless ideas of Judaism, the worlds that live beneath the words.